Dr. Phil just dropped a bombshell, taking a sledgehammer to the FBI and DOJ, accusing them of running political witch hunts. What's this all about? We're breaking down his explosive remarks and what they mean for America today. Let's get into it. Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. Today we've got Dr. Phil. Yes, the TV doctor we all know and love, and he's come out swinging against the FBI and the DOJ. On a recent episode of his show, he accused these institutions of being weaponized to attack political opponents. At least somebody is saying it. Dr. Phil isn't pulling any punches either. Now imagine this, a trusted TV personality likening our government's actions to those of Putin. You heard me right. He's calling out the political madness and the impact it's having on our beloved country. Are we headed for a dystopian nightmare? Stay tuned. So here is Dr. Phil giving both barrels to government that's gone rogue. Give it a watch.
I wanted to share my final thought about this. This weaponization of our great institutions, the FBI, Justice Department, and individual states' similar institutions, will lead to one of two outcomes. One is more of the same from the other side, tit for tat. That may seem deserved, but it is not the right way forward for America. The other is what I call on you to demand from your politicians today, an end to this craziness in order to save the soul and sanity of our country. The Pope has actually given us the right approach in his new book when he says, we are all brothers and sisters, and there must be no resentment among us. For any war to truly end, forgiveness is necessary. That is true of any war, including our current cultural war. We need our Justice Department to return to the business of meting out justice and not running the political agendas of those currently in power.
God bless you. Somebody had to say it.
Blindly seeking convictions.
We have the mainstream media who is just lying through their teeth, acting like nothing's out of order.
Warranted or otherwise, and attacking political opponents.
Yes.
That requires a very few important things from each of you, from all of us. Finding your voice, forgiveness, and focus on the way forward. Forgive them, for they know not what they do. Forgiveness, and at the same time requiring better. We are not some banana republic, for God's sakes.
Right.
What are we going to do next?
They are turning us into a banana republic. Look, I disagree somewhat. I understand what Dr. Phil is saying. Like, don't give revenge to these guys. But you know what? The communists only stop when it happens to them. So if our guys could actually get into power and start arresting them and charging them and putting them in prison and then saying, okay, truce, because the communists are not going to listen to reason. They're going to watch this. They're going to go, screw you, Dr. Phil.
Have a Putin poisoning posse and start finding political opponents foaming at the mouth at home, not so mysteriously dying in their lazy boy recliners? We're better than that. We must be better than that. I don't like what I see happening in our country. This kind of thing is exactly why I launched Merit Street Media and wrote, We've Got Issues. I don't like seeing the weaponization of our justice system, agencies, and powerful government actions that, frankly, just make my skin crawl for all of us and for my grandchildren. And let's be honest, this is so not just about Trump. If you let your hatred for Donald Trump compromise your ability to find true north on your moral compass, shame on you. If you let your disgust for Biden make you blind to the inevitable consequences of pursuing revenge, then God help the children who will inherit the dystopian nightmare we create.
I don't agree with that. I believe that the communists will never stop. They will escalate and escalate and escalate until we are Venezuela. The only way to make this stop is to do the exact same thing to them and then call a truce. They need to learn what they're doing is awful. It's horrible. It's horrific. They need to learn that, but they're not going to learn that unless it happens to them as well.
We need leaders who will pledge to end this vicious cycle right now and return us to that safe place where our institutions are no longer bastardized and weaponized, but rather simply serve their intended purpose.
Right.
We have serious problems to solve, and it will take serious people to solve them. men and women who we hold accountable for doing that which they were selected or hired to do. They need to know we are watching, and their positions are privileges, not legacies.
Yep.
They work for us until they don't.
They don't believe that. Democrats have never believed that they work for us. They believe we work for them. They think that our money is their money. They think that they have the right to pass any laws that they want. They feel that they have the right to break any rules that they want.
I'm not into politics. I claim no expertise, nor do I seek any. I don't advocate voting for one candidate over another. I stay in my lane addressing human behavior collectively, culturally, and am focused on how we can have maximum control in our lives and turn this ship of state called America in the right direction.
We need it.
And get her back on track so we can be proud.
We need it.
That's my mission, and this is a call to action to save our collective soul and sanity.
Yep.
This is also a call to redemption, healing, and forgiveness that leads to peace among us all.
It's not going to happen if you don't fight back. Communists have never listened to reason and said, you know what? I've listened to what you said, and I see the errors of my ways. I'm going to step back and relinquish the power that I stole from the people. It's not going to happen. They need to learn that what they are doing has a price.
Which is the most important gift we can share in our dangerous world. The current administration could and should do the right thing. Dismiss now, even now, post-conviction of a political opponent.
They won't.
All such lawfare and pledge to return to the normal functioning of a government rightly run.
They're not going to do it.
God bless you all, and God bless these United States of America.
Yeah, well, you know, Dr. Phil is focused on the bigger picture, you know, human behavior, collective culture, steering America back on track. It's a call to action for all of us to save our collective soul and sanity. I agree with all of that, but you're not going to be able to do that with the current crop of communists who are in charge. You're going to have to hit them back with lawfare so that they realize, hey, we're not going to hold power forever, and this is going to happen to us. I don't want to see it going back and forth for years either, but throughout history, communists have never stood down on their own. All right, guys, thank you for watching. Hit the subscribe button if you want to be kept up to date with the lawfare being perpetrated by the communists. And get ready, because that culture war rages on. I'll see you in the next one.
Too many secrets, too many closed doors. We're sick to cover-ups. We're sick of the cover-ups. Want the truth and nothing more. The veil's been lifted, the jig is up. No more drinking the Kool-Aid from that poison club. We want transparency, we want it now. No more excuses.